What did he say in the song? In the new song with
B?
Baby Keem.
Oh, with Keem.
What did he say? Oh, best dressed rapper.
Right. Oh, yes. He did say he was the best ever. But then I was like, he ain't meet Rob yet. Maybe that's what it is.
Oh.
What's going on, guys? And welcome back to Rotation Roundtable live right here on Twitch. Nyla, you're going to have to manually tap it in. I gave Nyla my phone because I didn't get a chance yet to promote the show. I want people to know that we're live right now.
He was trying to get it up in 30 seconds.
No, don't act like we didn't pause
Rob,
for
that was crazy. I don't know where that came from or what made you say that.
Just Speedy only got it up in 30 seconds.
That. All right, let me just check the story.
He's not so speedy after all.
Okay. Rob came different this week. He said trying to get it up 30 seconds. That
different.
Is,
oh my
Can you just start the show?
Come on, it's getting weird.
Well, that you would say that. But anyways, I'm Speedy, and as always, I'm joined by an incredible cast. To my right, we have Big Nyla, not the little one. Yes. We have Gabe P, Mr. Step In, Step Out. Don't get stepped on.
There you go.
Then we have the OG of the show, the flyest of the bunch. 24 karat gold everywhere, Mr. Rob Markman.
Cue the drip check music.
The shirt is from Target.
The shirt
might let y'all down.
The shirt might be from Target, but the links is Cuban. You know what I'm saying? The frames is French. You know what I'm saying?
He trying to pretend like it's still not cool enough outside to wear the Coogee sweater.
Yeah, like we know what you're doing, man. We know what you're doing.
What sneakers you wearing?
What's on the feet today?
You know you gotta hit the
some Vapor Man.
Hit the
Vapor Man. Okay.
Allah.
We need sound effects on that.
Matching the X-Men logo and everything.
We
Look at
gotta
that.
put like an explosion when the foot hits the table.
Jack, we need After Effects.
Yeah, we need After Effects.
Honestly, I would like a little soundbar right here, just gunshots and bomb.
No,
and
you
bomb
always
noises.
want to do a gunshot. My goodness.
Well, for a sound effect.
You know
effect.
Queens.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Speaking of our queen, the queen of the show is back now. She was on a trip this past weekend.
Speedy, don't be doing no shameless plugs in my comment section, by the way.
The people don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
What are they talking about? What are you talking about, rather?
Well, this weekend I went to Miami and I was having some fun.
Looks like you had a great time.
And then Speedy commented and was like, I can't wait to talk about this on Wednesday night, 9 p.m. EST, only at Amazon Music. I'm like, yo, you could just say the picture looks good, man.
Yes. Look, we got to double up. You know what I'm saying? It was a compliment, of course, that the picture looked
yes,
great. But we have to get all of the men that were thirsting over you in the comments right here on the Twitch stream as well.
That was smart.
So I had to capitalize on the audience that was there and tell them, hey, if you like Nyla, you can also catch her
live
9 p.m. Eastern right here on Twitch.
Got you.
Brilliant marketing.
Annalie Nyla.
Promo.
Annalie Nyla. And she came with the big hoop earrings today.
You see the bamboo
She looked like she's going up to Dykeman after this. Like you came back on a whole different energy. You really was partying with the Spanish people in Florida, huh?
I was not with. I mean, maybe they're there. I don't know. But
she was with everyone. She had a great time.
I was with everyone. I had a really good time, and I'm just going to quickly share my story. I ended up DJing at Diddy's house, and I'm so hyped because I got the invite through Ivy. Shout out to Ivy. I'm there, and I'm like, what I got to do to like DJ one of these? And they're like, you got your laptop? I'm like, yeah. They're like, all right, give me a second. They go talk to him. He's like, yeah, put her on. Run, get the Uber, go to my room, come back, plug up. I start DJing. I'm in like classic R&B bag, you know, because he always samples R&B, so I'm like, he likes R&B. And then he texts my friend and was like, tell DJ Nyla, turn it up. I'm like, oh, that's me, DJ Nyla. Oh, I just start going in. So anyway, I DJ'd Diddy's party. It was really
act
dope.
Bad, Nyla, act bad.
Yeah.
Can we get like like how we have the Just Speedy lower third? Can we get Just Nyla N-I-L-A?
Nyla, it's almost like NLE. It's like,
oh my God. No. Start the show.
Listen, big shout out to the chat that's here with us. Can you throw some W's in the chat for Nyla, our queen?
DJing at Diddy's crib. That's fine.
I mean, this might be her last week with us. She's
gonna
be live at Star Island from here on out.
I just hope he kept the robe on. I saw the Act Bad video. I'm like, what is going on?
Chill. No more
Sean,
of that.
what is going on?
DJ Nyla got it.
It was the DeLeon.
DJ Nyla with the DeLeon. All right. Look, tomorrow is June 1st, which is crazy. The summer's already almost here. Pride Month and Black Music Month begins tomorrow, and it celebrates the African American musical influences that comprise an essential part of our cultural
heritage.
Of our cultural heritage. Let's make a quick. I had a little too much of this. Let me start sobering up. Man, let's make a little quick playlist. If you guys had to, throw, let's say 2 songs each in the hat of songs that you think very well amplify what Black Music Month should sound like. What do you guys think should be in the headphone?
Man. Rob?
I'm gonna start off. Damn, you kind of switch it up. What Black Music Month should sound like. Look, I'm gonna go with one of my favorite songs is "Optimistic" by Sounds of Blackness. I just remember growing up listening to that song, and it's really a timeless record. But growing up, I remember my mother playing that every morning before we went to school, and it really that song really made you feel like you could do anything.
Yeah,
like it's such a positive, uplifting song. So "Optimistic," Sounds of Blackness for one. Shout out to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, classic production. And then I'm gonna go a little more obscure, but if you're a hip hop head, I'm gonna go with Dead Prez from their Let's Get Free album, which was a classic in 2000. They had a record on there called "I'm African," and I think it was dope because it was so inclusive of the diaspora. Like I remember being, me being mixed and Puerto Rican and black and white and all of that, and them shouting out, I'm an African, and also saying, yo, Puerto Rico, Haiti, Jamaica, like really putting into perspective at least what part of the diaspora covers. I thought was super dope and inclusive. So Dead Prez, I'm an African, and Optimistic, Sounds of Blackness.
Okay, amen.
Great.
I like when I was thinking about what songs, I was thinking about what songs like my family listens to at like parties and shit like that. So for one, I got to go Square Biz. Just because I feel like we always be,
Tina Marie?
our little steps to the T Marie.
She invited to the cookout? Definitely.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Her and Paul Wall.
It's just funny that she's a song that I'm like, damn, we got to throw this for Black Music Month.
And you
Yeah, you really picked the...
But I was just thinking about my family,
Yeah.
which is Black, and it's like, well, what song do we galvanize around? And that's a song that we step to. You know,
that's
what I mean?
totally acceptable.
And then another one I would say, "Outstanding" by the Gap Band.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Of
Charles
course.
Wilson. Yeah,
That's one that since I was a kid, my pops used to play on the stereo system in the crib. So those are my 2 picks. What are you guys thinking?
I think for me, I'm going to go with, because it's Black Music Month and I'm a big fan of Goody Mob, I'm going to go with Beautiful Skin, because whenever I just feel like I got to love on me, I listen to that because it's like the men giving women their flowers. So I love that record. And then secondly, I'm going to go with Kendrick, All Right, because I feel like
That's a good one.
that's just like universal. We're going to get through it no matter what shade of brown or black you are. That one gets us through it.
I love it.
I was gonna say, I like, kind of being like, if we're talking about beyond just hip hop and just world music in general, I really love Brown Skin Girl. One, because I feel like we're gonna end up talking about Blue Ivy at some point, right? Because she killed that second performance on Beyonce's tour, and that's a Grammy Award winning song too. And I think that's a beautiful record. And just kind of being on that project, like The Gift. I know it's a Lion King type album, but I think that project was super slept on and such a great combination of hip hop and Afro beats and world music, and kind of bringing all those cultures together into one project.
I feel like it was a little before its time.
It was before its time.
Like the world wasn't ready.
Yeah, I think when the movie came out, that Beyonce did Black is King, when that came out and they re-released that project, I still think it was before its time.
Yeah.
So I think that that's a great project. I feel like everybody should listen to that. I love that album.
Word. All right, couple quick topics before we really jump into the show. Neo says that he is too toxic for Taylor Swift. When I read that headline, it felt so random to me. I was just like, and Rob, you even said the same thing, like, where the hell did this come from? But Neo was on...
Who asked him was my first question. Like, well, who asked him? And what you're about to tell us, right?
Right. So Neo was on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast. Shannon Sharp said this: "You and Taylor Swift would make a cute couple," with Neo responding, "Taylor don't want me, I'm toxic. She don't want me, I'll mess all that up for you, Taylor.
Oh, man.
All love."
You know, like the meme where it's like, where's Ja? like we gotta get Ja's opinion on this.
Where's Ja?
Where's Neo? Like who asked for Neo's opinion with this?
I mean, I feel like it's bad timing for him to be saying that. Like, I don't know if he should be running with that as the brand after like what happened with his wife and the kids, and your kids are gonna grow up and see all the headlines. Like, I don't know if I'm really into that, but
I feel like he's just digging himself into a deeper hole with it.
like, it's not funny. It's just weird.
Yeah.
But
it's also, at least the music, when I think of Neo and the music, I'm sure he has some toxic songs, but Neo was writing like really dope
positive
love
ones,
songs,
yeah.
And so if this toxic thing is a rebrand, I'm all for growth, but it feels like you're moving in the wrong direction.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? It feels like regression. almost. And then I gotta watch. I didn't see the whole episode, right? But I just don't get you and Taylor Swift will make a cute couple, like where did that come from? Like said nobody ever, and then Shannon Sharp.
Literally.
Now it's our lead story for tonight.
Yeah.
All right, so it seems like none of us agree. And with that, let's jump into our first topic that we're open up to the audience, and that is, has spectacle become more important than authenticity? And the reason I asked that is because Ice Spice just released a remix of Taylor Swift's song called Karma. Some people at this table knew that this was coming before it did. I won't say any names. But she also appeared at 3 of Taylor Swift's shows at MetLife Stadium in Jersey to perform. Not everyone loved it, though. Some people felt like it was random. Some people felt as if it was cringe. First and foremost, did you guys see the performance? Did you see the clips on the internet?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I mean, I feel like people being too hard on her. You know, I think there is a certain level of performance ability that she should have, but also she hasn't performed at that many live shows if you really think about it. She did Rollin' Loud New York when she came out with Favi. Then she did Rollin' Loud LA, right, which she had a much better performance at. And I think that, you know, you're asking someone who has gone from performing at small college shows with Dusty Locane to then hopping on a Rollin' Loud stage, which has a decent amount, like a couple thousand people in the crowd, to then jump into 20,000 people. Like, I don't know what everybody expects out of her. Like, she doesn't have enough experience that we expect Beyonce level or Taylor Swift level, in this case, a level of performance. So I think that all the flack she's getting online, like, I think she did good for the experience that she has.
Yeah.
And I don't think that we should be criticizing her for how she performs. You know, do I like the song? It's all right. Her part's starting to grow on me. Like, no, like, not for real. Like, her part, like, it took me a couple listens for me to get it, right? But I think that we should, like, you know, we should give Ice Spice the grace of, like, she's still learning how to perform in front of that many people.
Right.
You know, she's not like Taylor Swift, who's been doing it for 10 plus years now.
And the song just dropped. It's not
And the
like
song
they
just
have
dropped,
like a choral together or something. Like,
Right.
It just happened. She came out, he did a verse. I think the internet just wants to find things to complain about.
Facts.
Yeah.
Rob?
What are you gonna do? Like, to anybody who has any type of criticism, you not gonna do the Taylor Swift feature? You not gonna do it? Nah, you know what? Nah, I'll pass Taylor. I'm not gonna come out 3 nights in a row to a sold out crowd at MetLife Stadium. Like, are you crazy? Like you do that 100 times and you figure it out. You know, I think I look forward to her. She's performing at Hot 97 Summer Jam in New York on Sunday, on June 4th. So that's coming up.
Tomato.
What happened?
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Nah, I'm just looking forward to, you know, that's her show. That's her on the stage. So, you know, let's see what she brings when it's not part of somebody else's production and how far she's come. Like, it hasn't even been a year since Munch been out. So
Right.
I'm not all the way tripping. As far as the song, again, I would do the song 1,000 times over. I think anybody would do the song. I liked her verse. I just didn't like I didn't like the beat. I didn't like the tempo, but it was different. You know what I'm saying? Tempo-wise. I wonder if they could have done something like a true remix or something with the beat. I just felt like the beat didn't match it. But, you know, there was a couple bars on there about beauty is a, you know, beauty queen, karma's a beauty queen, or something like that. Came back for the crown. I forget the line. I probably butchered the whole
Is it
line.
the period?
Yeah.
Let's do a period. We got a period?
Nah, I ain't in the mood.
When in doubt, we'll get him there. We got to pepper him up
All right.
first.
But I will say, like, also you can't criticize the song you can, but you
Yeah,
also,
you can absolutely criticize the song and the performance.
I'm sorry, let me say you can't really criticize Ice Spice for doing it, because she also we talked about this on AMP, on our AMP radio show, Rotation Radio on AMP, every Tuesday and Thursday, 12 2 p.m. But we talked about it, how this song actually broke Nicki Minaj's record for the highest single day streaming for a female rapper.
Wow.
And I think Nicki set the record with Super Freaky Girl in August of 2022. And with this song, Ice Spice broke that record. So, you know, who's really having a type of year like Ice Spice?
I just don't know how you say no to the
Right.
feature. I don't know how.
You don't
like,
ever say no.
It's Taylor Swift, yeah.
Yeah, it's a career changing
Yeah.
move, and you know, who knows what comes from it. It opens up to a new audience.
Sure.
It was a great career move.
2 songs with Nicki Minaj and a Taylor Swift song all in a month.
It's
What
honestly
are you going to do? You know what I'm saying?
incredible to watch. But I will say, Rob, to your point, there were certainly people at that stadium, in MetLife Stadium, who are huge fans of Taylor Swift, who probably didn't know who Ice Spice was, and now they do. So now it's a win regardless. You
Right,
know?
right.
And I think they'll go check out the record if they didn't know it already.
Right.
Yeah, I think you say yes, 10.
Some mom in Eastern Long Island is right now like in her crib bumping In Her Mood,
Right.
like having the time of her life.
Exactly. But speaking of performances, Beyonce and Blue Ivy hit the stage together. A lot of people thought it was an interesting choice, but Blue Ivy took the stage to perform My Power. She also joined in on the choreography for Black Parade. People on Twitter said things about Blue Ivy and that she is a, quote, Nepo baby. See how these lame wackos always want to praise this untalented Nepo baby just because she's Beyonce's daughter, is the actual quote that user Queen X said. I'm sorry, it's just, I can't believe people would say things like this about children. But thoughts on
Grammy Award winning.
Yeah, Grammy Award winning Blue Ivy. I mean, I thought it was
Grammy
amazing and beautiful to
award-winning.
see just the, you know, like this is hip hop generationally. Like we're seeing, I feel like Blue Ivy's like my little sister. I felt proud to see her doing that. So it's really just sad to see that there's so many miserable people on the internet who want to shit on a kid. But I will say this, you think Jay-Z and Beyonce worked super hard so their kids had to work hard? Like, no, they work their asses off so that their kids can have the benefits of that. Like, she's the daughter of Jay-Z and Beyonce. If you don't think that she just doesn't belong on a stage in front of X amount of people, like, she was born for this.
Rob, I'm interested in what you got to say.
Now, I just took out my phone, first of all, to figure out Blue Ivy's age. I had to count. Blue Ivy's 11 years old. Like, what is your problem? Like, also, we got to stop quoting people on Twitter. Like,
Man.
like, these are just, like, who are you? Like, I just can't, like, some of those comments, untalented, Nepo baby. Like, she's 11 years old, dog. Like, yo, what is wrong with you? And then, you know, as far as the nepotism, yeah, why not? Like, who, like, look at it this way. Beyonce is creating, and Jay, Blue was on Jay's 444 album, rapping and doing the freestyle. Like, to be able to create with your child at that age, like,
Beautiful.
to be able to bring your child on stage, be able to share those experiences. Like, I'm sorry, it is way more than about you as a fan or a so-called fan who you think deserves to be up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and who knows who Blue Ivy may become. She may catch the bug and continue to entertain and go on to be just as great or even greater than her parents. Or she may grow up and say, you know what, I did this when I was 11 years old and I want to be the best architect that I could be. Like, you gotta allow kids to be kids, man. Like, that's miserable.
And to complain about the nepotism is ridiculous because people will literally become friends with a DJ, try to use a DJ to get into the party. Like, you guys all want nepotism. There's nobody sitting at the table who doesn't want to benefit from that.
Yeah, to me, that's a very weirdo comment to, like, sit there and type up something like that.
Right.
It's very, very strange to me. But speaking of people typing up comments, let's see what our commenters have to say. Hopefully things better. We've got Hot Cheeto Boy 15 says no because people random music. Random ass Lily Random. I don't know. what
Listen to random ass music.
Oh, it's Lille.
It definitely says Lily, but he probably mean listen.
I don't know, but
Okay.
shout out to you for being here. Unique Creations is back. They said yes, spectacle is, and we don't like it. And that was to the question: has spectacle become more important than authenticity?
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's what the answer was. Okay.
Yes. Princess X says, I think it depends on the celebrity regarding relying on spectacle. My issue wasn't even the performance. I feel like her performance wasn't even that bad. She always looks like that on stage. The verse is bad. That's it. She's talking about Ice Spice. Rockstar Barb says they need to give her grace. It's like her third day out here. Facts. Which also, I love coming from a Barb if this person is a Barb. But shout out to Lil Uzi.
Lil Uzi, man.
Definitely sound like a barb.
Third day out here. I don't know.
If you don't know where that's from, look it up. It's a hilarious Lil Uzi clip. Shout out to Uzi. Hot Cheeto Boy 15 said Ice Spice just did it for the clout. Maybe, but I can't blame her if she did. L Boogie Baby says, unfortunately, newer rappers, i.e. drill rappers and even women rappers, have had to rely on spectacle behavior for relevancy anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
It's sad this is what hip hop has been relegated to. Luke the Boss 7, our dog, is back. He says, I think it was an okay song. As far as the visuals look, it's like putting a piece of paper against a whole binder. Shout out to Ice Spice.
Okay.
All right. And then we got.
I see what he's trying to do there.
What is he trying to do?
Don't.
Like I think if he means like the binder is like someone's career and like it's just a piece of paper, it's a small part of it.
Oh,
Luke,
okay.
if I'm right, let me know. If not, I'm sorry.
Get back to us and let us know if Gabe is right there. And then we got K. Kiri, who said spectacle keeps them in the combo, but not much else. That's fair. Spectacle
Yeah.
does keep you
I
relevant.
feel like
keep you
it
in the
dilutes the
conversation.
music sometimes, though.
Definitely,
like, if
yeah.
it's too much, I'm like, I don't even want to hear what you're dropping because you're drowning me with all this bullshit.
So then the question to you is Ice Spice's verse and performance at Taylor Swift's show a spectacle?
No, that was a smart play to broaden her fan base.
I think it could be both.
Yeah.
I think it could be both a spectacle and a smart play.
I think spectacle is more like tasteless.
Yeah, yeah. To me, the spectacle is Blueface and his girl fighting, and us following it every week.
Yeah.
To me, spectacle is Tekashi 6ix9ine and what he is
I
doing.
think that's...
You know what I'm saying? Like I think this is a little different. Like even if you don't like the Ice Spice and Taylor Swift, like I don't love it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I just don't think that song was a good match. I think there was something that could have worked. That song didn't work for me. I still wouldn't classify that as spectacle, and I wouldn't classify that as inauthentic. Like it made sense, like on paper, like somewhere I'm like, oh yeah, I can see how this is working. And again, as an artist, you're gonna do that 1,000 times over. The question I will pose to the audience in the chat really too is if, and I do agree that the spectacle is weighted more than authenticity these days in general.
Yeah.
But whose fault is that?
Mm.
That's what we click on. You know what I'm saying? As an audience, and I use the collective we. But if the audience stopped clicking on it, then the relevancy of the artist who caused a spectacle would die.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we vote with our clicks and we tell them what we, even the hate clicks, right? The algorithm just knows that you clicked it. They don't know that you clicked it. Oh, I hate this, but you tuned in
Right.
to watch Tekashi 6ix9ine every step of the way,
Right. That's a
Yeah.
good
or to
point.
watch Blueface every step of the way. So
No
the
matter how
audience
many
has to bear
times I try
some
to block
responsibility.
the words from my Twitter.
Yeah.
Mute words.
Somehow,
Yeah.
no matter how many times I try to mute Blueface and Krishan, somehow they find their way back on my Twitter feed. I can't escape them.
Jumping back into the comments earlier, I asked the commenters to throw some W's in the chat for you. It looked like they came. WTFXO says Rob and Nyla look so cute.
So fuck
Thank
me.
you.
So fuck,
Man, it looked terrible today.
So fuck me and Speedy because we always wearing hoodies and
You know
sweats.
what I'm
Right?
saying?
That's
Like,
crazy.
If you don't like
Hey,
sweatsuits, just
hey,
say
man,
that. It's
don't-
so good.
Don't hate the player, man.
No, I'm never hating on you.
Yo, I'm sorry I can't dress as rich as you, bro.
Yeah, I'm
like,
never
come on,
hating.
It's
man.
from Target, B. This whole shirt costs $9.99.
Well, how about what's on your neck and your glasses?
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah, exactly.
man.
Uh-huh.
right.
Jackson. It was this. I got this from Jackson from my
Yeah,
IG.
right.
We got Cool Bean SMH says
Got the Canal Street
www.
special.
That's all to you, Nyla. Pen Hoodie
Yeah.
says Big W, not the little one.
Okay.
New Creation says W, Nyla doing her thing.
Yes. Thank you,
We
guys.
love that. We love that.
We love
All right.
Maybe next
Kendrick
week, Speedy.
Lamar. Listen, we'll do better next week, hopefully. Maybe we can squeeze a compliment out of our loyal listeners.
Right.
That's great.
Crazy.
Drop us the link to the
It
company,
sound like
and maybe we'll do it.
It sound like sneaky hate.
Never
hate it. Whoa,
Never hate
time
it.
out.
I'm just more, I would say I'm more disappointed in myself. I got to come correct.
Right.
Got to come better.
I didn't put enough beard oil on my beard today.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
God.
Too much, man.
my fade didn't hit the same right way. You know what I'm saying?
I got to yell at my barber next Wednesday now.
That's like, oh,
Crazy.
it's just Speedy.
Goodness, it's
Just
just speedy at the end of the day. Damn. All right, Kendrick Lamar and Baby Keem dropped a new record. Did you guys get a chance to hear it?
It's a drill record,
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
It's
and
called-
Is it
interesting.
drill?
Yeah,
drill?
that's a
It felt like house.
let's talk about it. That's not a drill record to
It
you.
sounded more like Jersey Club to me.
I thought it was
It's
more
a drill.
house.
It had the Jersey Club beat,
Yeah.
but also had the drill elements
Don't
to
be
it too.
claiming
Okay.
everything, Gabe.
Well,
Just
I ain't
because
claiming
it
no.
ain't-
Whoa,
let's-
time out. What we
let's
not finna do? What we not finna? Who claiming what?
Let's let Speedy let
drill.
Speedy set it up.
Yeah, well, I was just curious initially what your thoughts were, but the record, for those who haven't heard it yet, it's called The Hillbillies. Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar, they're cousins, right?
Yes.
Cousins. So the family reunites. They also dropped a music video. It's directed by Neil Farmer. Tyler, the Creator, made a quick cameo. He is wearing, I believe, it's like a pin or like a, what do you call it, a button or
Button.
whatever you
Yeah,
call
like
it.
a button.
And on the button, it said Camp Flog Gnaw 2023. So that means that the carnival is coming back. It's going to be at LA Dodger Stadium. I believe now there are some dates. I'm not sure what the dates are, but I saw it somewhere on Twitter.
And in the music video, they shot it at the Dodger Stadium. He's pointing like
Yes.
Yeah.
it's happening.
We love a nice, natural, organic rollout in some way.
Yeah.
But it seems like you guys liked the record. Did you enjoy the video?
I did. It was cool.
did, yeah.
It was cool. It was cool. I love those like VHS style, like kind of like homemade video
Mhm.
type of music videos. I fuck with it heavy.
Yeah.
It was an interesting. Like I feel like I wouldn't have imagined Kendrick Lamar and Baby Keem over a drill / Jersey Club type of record, but it was alright. I mean, it's cool to see the influence.
Sure.
I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like it's cool to see the Tri-State's influence on all.
What happened? For those who can only hear and not see,
Just finish your statement
there
so I
was
can
just
move
a
on.
very harsh look between
Yeah.
Gabe and Nyla. I don't know what it was about. But
The Tri-State's influence on one of the biggest artists in the world. Anyway, I'm back. So the record's cool. I'm not gonna say I'm not sure if I would put it in my playlist, but I think it's fun, and I hope that with the Camp Flog Gnaw announcement, I hope that means that it's them two headlining it. I think that would be really cool.
That's definitely
I
what it
didn't
looked
even
like.
think about that, but that probably.
Yeah, I thought about the Hillbillies maybe being like them, like they're a group,
Sure.
two of them. So if they're headlining it, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? As long as they don't get booed off stage.
The Hillbillies. Could this be an announcement of sorts that they are in a, like, Big Sean and Jhené Aiko have
2088,
2088
yeah.
together? Maybe Kendrick and Keem are
Clip this for later.
the Hillbillies.
Yeah, I think they're definitely gonna drop a joint project.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, one of their cousins,
Mhm.
PG Lang is the new label. This is really, because technically, and PG Lang was so present on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, but that was the last. TDE was a part of that too. That was the last one to fill his TDE project. So now it's straight PG Lang. I think we're gonna get maybe at the very least a Keem and Kendrick EP. But I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't feeling this record.
Wow.
Like maybe it'll grow on me. Like it just didn't feel like with the music and the lyrics and it didn't feel like it meshed. It was like a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then watching the video, like it just didn't do it for me. Like and we've heard Kendrick and Keem to me be better. It actually reminded me right after I listened to that record, because it reminded me a lot of Drake's Sticky record.
Oh, I thought the same
on
thing.
Honestly Nevermind. And then I went back and I was like, yo, I gotta hear Sticky. Which I think I also didn't really fuck with the Honestly Nevermind project. Like a lot of that shit was over my head. It just didn't grab me. But Sticky is a super fire record.
Yeah.
It's that flow that Baby Keem does that sounds like
Well, there's a part of the flow that it's when
that part sounds like Drake.
Eric, this girl to the stage now.
But
it's
I think it
definitely
was a
got
fun
elements.
record. I think it's cool to see Kendrick in that type of bag because Kendrick is usually covering like real issues or like blackness and
Serious
it's
stuff.
always like serious topics. So I think it's cool to see Kendrick having fun.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, we've seen him have fun in back-to-back weeks because the week before that it was Ghosting.
Yo, oh my God, I played that my entire Miami trip. And also, what did he say in the song, in the new song with
With B?
Baby Keem?
Oh, with Keem.
What did he say? Oh, best dressed rapper.
Right.
Oh,
I was
yes.
like-
Yes, he did say he was the best ever. But then I was like, oh, he ain't meet Rob yet. Maybe that's what it is.
Oh.
Maybe he ain't meet Rob
That
yet.
was
I ain't got nothing on that. I don't know. I don't. That's fashion like on another level.
That's like
That's
some fashion
runway.
shit. Right.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
That's
The
not
boots-
I
really
just
Did you see
didn't
the
know
boots
where
he was
it came
wearing?
from.
The
Yeah,
When
the
he
cowboy
said
boots.
when he said best dressed rapper and then he showed the boots.
Yeah.
I was like, see, I can't even go
But
near
I
that.
feel like he was trolling us a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I just don't understand.
No, he really he's really on some fashion shit for real.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he'd be at the show,
Ah, okay.
They frequent Paris.
Yeah, I think he performed at one of them too when he had the crown on.
Yes, the Jesus.
Was that in
Crown,
Paris? That was not
the
in
bust
Paris.
down
Yeah,
crown.
that might have been Paris.
Somewhere over there.
Yeah.
I'm just not used to him coming out talking shit like that. Like, I'm the best
Yeah.
dressed rap.
He's
that.
he's definitely on some shit right now.
Yeah, he is.
Well, this is also the same guy who did Control, so you are used to him talking shit like
Right.
that.
This is true.
tight.
Like,
This is true.
But he also said he'll slap your favorite rapper just a week ago.
Yes, this is true.
Kendrick is definitely on some shit. I can't wait to see what's next. It is dope that it seems like he's having fun. He's cutting loose a little bit, but yeah,
This
this
is very
song just
Gemini
wasn't.
of him.
Yeah, this
Two
song wasn't
sides.
for me.
Yeah. We were talking about nepotism quickly earlier, but man, nepotism out the window.
For
Look
Baby
at this.
Keem?
Look, well, Rob seems to have,
I didn't say nothing.
I think.
No,
that
whenever
this-
Rob pulls his phone out, it's like I'm
Yeah,
like,
he-
I'm like,
No,
all
no,
right,
no, no, no,
all
no,
right,
no, no,
come
no,
on,
no.
come on,
I-
it's coming, it's coming.
I'm looking something up. No,
Okay. Well, but I'll only ask this question because you made a face. Do you feel like there's nepotism at play here with Keem? I think Keem is genuinely talented.
Me too.
That don't mean
so-
it's not nepotism.
Well, I mean, I think there's a difference between nepotism and just like benefits of, oh, she's pouring up a double shot.
This is water.
Don't lie to the people.
Don't lie,
out
yeah,
there.
don't
Me
lie to
too.
the
I
audience.
mean, but you, it's just clear. I mean, Keem is certainly talented, but when you add Kendrick to the mix, and he gets involved, it becomes Grammy Award winning.
That's yo.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's absolute Kendrick effect. And I mean, look, it's the same thing with J-Rock. And J-Rock won a Grammy with his collaboration with Kendrick off of it was King's Dead, right? So it was
Yeah.
off of the Black Panther soundtrack.
Yep.
So Kendrick has that effect. He's done it for others. You know what I'm saying? I think Kendrick and SZA also was a big record, though SZA has proven to be huge on her own. You know, you kind of can't help it. But the fact is that is his cousin, and y'all collaborating together it brings a Grammy to the table.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
So you're saying sans Kendrick, maybe there's no Grammy for a lot of artists.
I can't. Yeah, I can't say. I can't say that J-Rock wins a Grammy without that collaboration. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that Keem wins a Grammy at this point so soon in his career without Kendrick. The Kendrick collaboration, like, because I don't know that he's on the Academy, right? Like, Keem is on their radar.
Sure.
And so Kendrick steps in.
Sure.
You know what I'm
That's fair.
saying?
That's fair.
No, that's facts. Everything you just said is
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah, it is a certain, it's certainly a spotlight tool that brings you to an audience that maybe wouldn't know about you, similar to the Taylor Swift and Ice Spice situation.
But listen, if I had that power,
yeah,
Speedy, I have a Grammy. Gabe, I have a Grammy. Like, man,
Loading.
Grammys for the gang.
loading.
Why not?
Grammys
Hell
for
yeah.
the gang, loading.
But you know, I think Keem also, you know, I saw him open up for Kendrick on the Mr. Morale tour. Like, obviously gets it going. You know, I just think Kendrick kind of speeds up the process.
But also, if you see them on stage together, it's like you're like, I want more of this.
The chemistry is fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I want more of this. Like when they do their records and
When they do
going back
Family
and forth,
Ties
yeah,
on the
Family
tour,
Ties, crazy.
Yeah, fire, super fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into some of these comments. We've got Pen Hoodie. They say, it's weird. We ask artists to share their lives and emotions with us through their music, but when they actually do, people get upset. Markel King says, shout out to Comfy. Y'all good, LOL. All right, the Comfy vibe. I guess we get a pass this week, Gabe. I guess.
I ain't gonna lie, the comfy sweatsuits
I said drop the
are
link.
really comfy. Dog,
Thank
like,
you.
Is there a Yelp review I
Thank
copped
you.
one? I felt like I was wrapped in a cloud.
Thank you for supporting.
Crazy.
Rob is referencing my brand. It's called Comf NYC. Check it out at comfnyc.com. But
I
thank
be
you
wanting
for
to wear
wearing
it on the show, but then I'm like, I might wear it the same day that Speedy
Like, what
wears
if I
it.
wear my Comf shit and you wear? Listen, it'll be like a mirror image on each side of it. We'll just communicate. Let me know when you want to wear it, and I'll wear a different color. All right, we got Hot Cheeto Boy 15. They say, y'all actually speaking some good stuff. I fuck with this heavy. Thank you, man. We always do this. Not I started a beef. Everybody looks cute. OMG. Oh, this must be the person.
Yeah, that's the person that said
That's only
it. But
complimented.
now you gonna spend the block on us? That's crazy.
Yeah, don't try to.
Take your compliment.
Nah, but you
That
ain't
was
meant
like
it
a
from
fake-
the jump. Yeah, you can't spend the block on me like that.
That was just like a sympathy
yeah.
compliment.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all right if we ain't come
It's
with
cool.
it this week. It's okay.
Oh, cool. Wait till see how we come next week.
All right, we got Princess X. Can we ask Speedy Morman if he wants to play some games with me? He looked like a gamer and my type.
Oh.
Shout out to
That's
you.
my type. That's my type.
Go
Play
Stink.
Xbox all night. That's my
Go
type.
Stink.
That's
Here's what my
type.
response to that is. Can we scroll back up so I can adjust them by name? Princess X, I would play games with you. However, you spelled my last name wrong, and I can't.
Cut it out.
We don't spell my last name right.
Cut it
So maybe
out.
next time.
Wow.
Slide in his DMs with the correct spelling.
Yes. If they go stink.
Maybe spin a block. All right, we've got. I'm just fucking with you. Thank you for that comment, though. We've got Melvert012 says, Keem, no, I didn't hear it. Yes, go check it out.
The Hillbillies.
Tell them not on DSPs. YouTube
Yes, it's
only.
not on streaming. Do we know why it's not on any streaming services?
Is there a sample on it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Definitely.
But it's on
Friday.
YouTube, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, is that-
It's on YouTube, so go check it
Yeah.
out. Kid Devil 1019 says, love all four of y'all as media personalities. Thank you
Thank you.
for what you all bring to the game with your commentary.
Hey.
Blessing.
That was the first
That's
ever
so nice. Thank
Blessing.
you.
4-part compliment
Yeah,
we've
we
ever gotten on
That's
the
how
show.
you-
that. We-
Thank you.
yeah,
Hold on.
who
Can
is
I
that?
scroll back? I need to see this name.
Some love.
Kid Devil 1019. Thank you. That's
I
the
fuck
first
with
time we
you.
all feel good at the same time.
Thank you.
Listen, if you want to know the cheat code to get shout out on this show, just compliment.
Right.
Yo.
And we're definitely gonna read it. So that if you want to get an engagement clip, just compliment us. Okay. All right. We got Marcia Montclair TV says that Hillbillies record fire. Suavio6 says hosts. What is a duo y'all would like to see collab? Let's do this quick. Anybody? Duo you guys would like to see collab?
Want to see collab that haven't already?
Doechii and Doja.
Doechii and Doja is great. I would say Ice Spice and Doja.
I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna say Drake and Cole.
Drake and Cole.
We only
Again,
got
what was
Jodeci freestyle and we got
There's one other record
and we
they
got in
have.
the morning.
Yes, in the morning.
We need more. I've given up on the Kendrick Cole project.
You know, I thought they were gonna do that at Dreamville Fest.
Jodeci,
Their
bro.
two records.
I-
They didn't
Yeah.
even do that.
I just knew they was gonna do
Not
Jodeci.
Jodeci bag is so crazy, by the way.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
that's insane to me.
We're upset and we're never gonna get them on stage together again. So you gotta drop the ball on that, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I think because I really wanted the Playboy Cardi and Uzi project back in the day when they were talking about it. I would love to see that still come out.
Woke
I
up
feel
like this.
Yeah, I think that that project's sitting somewhere in the vault, and I think they both grown, and I think it would be tight.
Word.
Playboy Cardi over like a Jersey or Philly type beat, that should be hard. Don't do this.
Again, now they had a look.
Don't do
Goodness. All right, Melvert012 is back and says, y'all heard about the new Playboy Cardi and The Weeknd and Madonna collab. Yes, I did hear about it. I think it's about it's surrounding The Weeknd's new show
Yeah,
called The Idol
yeah.
that's
Okay,
coming out
yeah.
That's cool.
on HBO. I'll check it out. Maybe we'll all check it out.
The
and talk
Madonna
about it.
part kind of throws me off, but
Yeah.
I'll give it a whirl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a spin. The absolute favorite commenter ever on our show, Kid Devil 1019, is back already. And they said absolutely cannot wait for Camp Flog Gnaw. It's November 11th and 12th, I think.
Yeah, I think they just announced that you can get tickets now.
Fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Valanzin says Sticky was not a hit. Uzi Just Wanna Rock is.
Yeah. I didn't say Sticky was a hit. Sticky is just super fire.
Just love the
It was
song.
a big
Yeah,
record, but it
Sticky.
wasn't like a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's Drake's. To me, that's Drake's best song in a while. That's like my favorite Drake song.
More than Search and Rescue?
Yeah.
More than Dale Mommy?
That cannot be his best
Sticky-
song in a while.
Mine. I'm just saying, it's my favorite. Like this is my personal.
You didn't like anything on her
That
loss?
spin about you?
It was
That's-
but-
Spin by
but-
one
but-
of his runs.
Flex?
Sure.
Outside,
Sticky is
Boys.
my favorite Drake record of the past maybe 2 years. Like I really
Alright.
fuck
Middle
with
of
that
the
record.
Ocean?
Middle of the Ocean.
So
Come
I'm
on.
not even.
Gabe only like Back Outside Boys because that's his
Yeah.
anthem for the summer.
All right. Not
We
too,
know what's going
not
on.
too much now.
All right. Look, this is a big conversation that I'm excited to have. The question that I'm going to pose to you all is the same question I'll pose to the audience. Who is the Jay-Z of this generation? And the reason I ask this question is because a battle has been spawned between DJ Drama and Meek Mill. The situation started after Drama suggested that Drake and not Meek is the Jay-Z of our current generation. Meek apparently was offended by this, and he tweeted, DJ Drama a goofy over these hoes. LOL, he won't speak good on me. I tore him up in the A. He also
Pause.
asked, I tore him up in the A is berserk. Oh my goodness.
I think he meant Atlanta.
Pause.
No, he
I
definitely
really know
did
he's
Atlanta.
Pause.
The
Pause.
crazy thing is, I didn't even realize that until.
Yeah.
Nyla, what's the secret? What's
Huh?
going on?
Nothing. Just go ahead.
I didn't even realize that until I said that out
Yeah,
loud.
sounds
All right.
great.
We noticed.
Well, I was about to just press on until you paused it. All right.
Oh, God.
He also added that I asked Drama why he always. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. Fuck. That threw me off. Okay. Whew. All right. He also said, I asked Drama why he always speaking down on me with a few other words, too. Told him he's a goofy. I also hit him when he tried to compare Dreams and Nightmares to I Wanna Rock and downplay me. Don't let these industry lames use you. They don't really even like you. Shaking my head.
Ooh.
Drama didn't appreciate Meek's response, but as to the Drake and Jay-Z comparison, Drama tweeted a pair of laughing emojis and asked, where is the lie? There is some added context to this beef between Drama and Meek. I don't know if you guys saw, but there was just a whole bunch of stuff going back and forth.
Oh, the text message.
Yeah, there was like a text thread, and then there was also a performance on a platform. I think it was Tiny Desk or
Yeah.
something that was like booked, and Drama wanted to bring him
Drama
out
wanted him on
the Tiny Desk,
performance.
Yeah.
and Meek didn't confirm or something like that. So there is added context. So before we get to the actual Jay-Z of this generation, I'm interested in your reactions to the beef between Drama and Meek when you saw it on the timeline.
The way you laughed as you tried to tell the story, the way Drama laughed as he responded in tweets, how we all laughed at the table. Like, why is this even a conversation?
Yeah.
And I feel like Meek really jumped out the window with responding to this. Like, he didn't even have to respond to it. Like, he asked if it was Meek. He said, no, it's Drake. That's his opinion. That's his opinion. And honestly, I don't think his opinion is wrong.
Right. I don't want to get to the who's the Jay-Z of the generation yet.
All right.
Because we'll all have our opinions. But just when you see you see Meek back beefing with people on the timeline, and in this case, Drama, what comes to mind for you guys?
Well, first of all, I think that we need to screenshot Meek Mill's tweets and put them in a library somewhere.
Yeah, right.
All right. I think we need to study the beefs he gets in on Twitter, because I think when Meek gets into beefs on Twitter, he does not hold back. I think this is all stupid though, because even when we're talking about the NPR Tiny Desk messages and why Meek was upset at Drama about it, he never responded to Drama. He texted Drama like 3 times. Or Drama texted Meek 3 times, and Meek never responded. You could just said, nah, bro, I ain't really trying to do that right now, you know? So I think there's faults on both sides, but I also don't think that this required a response, because I feel like this is just a regular conversation that comes up a lot. Like, who's the Jay-Z of this generation? Obviously, people gonna say Drake. I don't think, but I also think that people don't realize how much Meek is looked at as like that figure to a lot of younger rappers too. So I can see why Meek is upset, and but I do think that it's still, even with everything Meek does for upcoming rappers and how people look at him, I still think that Drake as a business person, as an artist and beyond would be considered the Jay-Z generation.
Again, I didn't want to get there yet. I just want to know your reactions.
Sorry.
Rob, it was hilarious to watch you pick something off the microphone.
There was like a...
And I watched it happen in real life, but also on the close-up, Gabe is like passionately talking, and you're just like... We have to clip that. That shit was hilarious. I'm sorry. Rob.
Unintentionally funny. I was trying to be
reactions to the beefing on the
This is
timeline.
fucking dumb, man. Where's the record? Where's the records? Like we need more records. We need more hit records. We need more great records. We don't need more Twitter beef. We've done this already.
Man.
You know, I kind of feel like, obviously between Meek and Drama, there is something, to me, at least stemming back to the Drake, Quentin Miller, Meek Mill. You know, Drama was involved in that because the records were recorded in his studio. Who leaked the records? Blah 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 blah. You know, the reference joints. So it kind of stems back to that. I feel like it's been kind of shaky ever since then. You know, Meek and Drake make up, and this. So I'm just like, man, but where's the record at? And you know, and then, yeah, this is just dumb.
Yeah.
And then even the girl comment, like, he said something about a girl.
It could be.
Like, what? Why are you bringing
But I was
up a
confused
girl?
where the girls fit in here.
Well, nah, yeah.
But I think that was just him projecting.
But
like, he's mad about.
What I'm saying is there's more to this than just the tweet. Like, this was building up over time. So apparently, at some point, they messed with the same girl or whatever. But
Drama gonna send Jack in the studio, like.
But all these rappers mess with the same girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
that
like,
part.
So there's a lot of this that goes on that just doesn't bubble up to the surface. But
is this the same girl that Drake was talking about? Like, what?
Nah.
Why is everybody talking about Drama's girls?
You know, but where's the record? Like, give me a dope record. I think rappers waste so much in tweets. You know what I'm saying? We see it. Like, we talked about this when Lotto and Nicki were going back and forth and on Twitter or whatever. Like, give me don't give me the tweet. Like, the same way you can write a tweet, write a lyric. Like at least give me a great record out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I'm bored by this.
If we were to crown somebody the Jay-Z of this generation, and again, without saying who it might be, what are some of the characteristics or qualities you think they have to have?
They'd have to be from Brooklyn and Boston projects. They'd have to be born. Jay-Z was born in 1969.
Yo.
Their mother has to be named Gloria and would have had to name their son Sean
So
Carter.
silly.
Like, the only Jay-Z of the generation is Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah.
To me, it ain't no Jay-Z of this generation. Like,
I think in regards to, yeah, I feel you on that. But in regards to the question, it would just be what rapper is, like, killing it for generations. That's pretty much right.
Right.
Or you mean, like, literally, like, on Jay-Z level?
No, if we're going to crown someone the Jay-Z of a generation, do they have to have 10 platinum records? Do they have to, be in reign for X amount of years? Like, are there tangible things to you that have to be in play? Or is it just an impossible feat?
I mean, I think the thing with Jay-Z, I don't know if I either heard this in conversation or I saw this online, but they said, like, the thing with Jay-Z is that he always stayed relevant. He might not have always been, like, the hottest guy out, but he was always consistent with his work. So I think that being said, there's a few people who have been consistent throughout the years, but I will say Drake has always been present.
Right.
Like, since he came out.
Yeah, I think it's the skill, it's the consistency, it's the way to straddle that line between commercial and having commercial hits, but still underground respect. Like, Jay is kind of a guy lyrically who's respected, like Black Thought is respected, you know what I'm saying? But has and reached some of the success that Eminem has reached and some of those accolades, right? So it's like right in the middle, but Nyla's right. Jay, you know, sold 5 million records in 1998 on Hard Knock Life, and that was the most he had sold on an album. But then here comes DMX, 2 platinum albums in 1 year, Dark as Hell is Hot and Flesh of My Flesh. Then Eminem debuts the next year. You know, then we come into Nelly, 50 Cent, Ja Rule.
Yep.
All of these guys had bigger years than Jay when they were active, was selling more than Jay, but none of them has remained relevant for as long as Jay remained relevant. You know what I mean?
So if we had to put a factual bottom line here, is it that there is no Jay-Z of the generation? Is it that Drake is the Jay-Z of the generation? Is it that it's someone else? What's the consensus?
I'll say it's Drake.
I say define what Jay-Z is, but if it's
That's why I tried to give you a chance to define it by saying, you know, is it X amount of years, or is it this, is it that? But I'll just to throw my 2 cents, I'm with Rob here. I hate the old, like, who's the Michael Jordan of today? Like, let's let those people's legacies live on. They did what they did, and there's no one that's gonna be that person again.
The game changed. Here's the other thing that I want for drama and for one. I think the question was crazy. The outlet. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the interviewer.
Shout out Jay Hill.
Okay.
Jay Hill.
What's the
great guy,
platform?
Mr. J Hill.
Mr. J
podcast.
Hill, Baltimore's own in Atlanta. Shout out my guy.
I didn't understand because the question was like, well, who's the Jay-Z of the generation, Drake or Meek Mill? And even Drama was like, well, what do you mean? And he was like, oh, you went on the record and you said it was Drake. And Drama was like, well, what do you mean? Like, what's the question mean? And the interviewer was like, well, what do you mean? Like, Drama clearly didn't understand the question. I just think it was like a bad setup for a question that I don't know that as an audience, I didn't really know what they were talking about. I don't know if Drama ever really knew what they were talking about, and it became kind of this soundbite. But I would have never thought to pair Meek and Drake in that way. I mean,
That's a
and it's
good
not
point.
to take nothing away from Meek. He's just great in a different lane, but the heights that Drake have reached are totally different heights. And I don't think Drake is the Jay-Z of this generation. I think Drake is Drake. Like, the shit that Drake did and the barriers that he broke, Jay can't and didn't do. Like, just singing and rapping and that balance and the way Drake has been able to cross genres, like it's totally influential to a new generation. And at the same time, if you look at what Jay has done lyrically and with his business and stuff like that, it's something that I don't think will ever be duplicated. People will take bits and pieces of it and build their own legacies, but I don't think we're going to see another Jay-Z again. I don't think we're going to see another Drake again.
Okay. All right. So who is the Jay-Z of this generation? Rob says nobody. Gabe says.
I mean, I'll say
Drake?
Drake, yeah.
Nyla says
I love J. Cole, but Drake.
Drake. And I say nobody. So there's that.
Respectfully.
Let's jump into some comments quick. We've got WTFXL says, not Princess trying to steal my man. What are they talking about?
They're talking about you, big dog.
Wait,
Oh my God.
She invited you to play games
Oh,
with
this
her.
is the girl who invited me to play games.
He
Oh,
wanna act
Princess
like he don't know.
was.
Princess was.
Oh, Princess.
Oh, man,
okay,
you got-
so
you
there's
got- you gotta
another.
catch up,
No, hold
bro.
on. I'm sorry.
Speedy can't juggle.
Apologies. All right, so then the next comment is from Princess X, and it says, so you're going to be petty about the last name. Ridiculous.
I know.
You don't know my name, and I'm not acting up.
No.
Listen,
Apologize.
I'm sorry. You're the one for me, okay? You my queen. You know what I'm saying?
Princess
Sorry I
X.
did this to you, Princess X.
I'm just saying
other
you
ones
could
in
do
there.
Somebody
better.
cue Marvin's room. Tell me. And shout out to
man.
can we scroll up WTFXL? You my queen. You're the one for me.
Oh my
Oh my
God,
God.
yo, you're one of those.
man.
You
My
gonna do
heart.
both?
You're
my
doing
rib.
bad. You're doing bad.
WTFXO was my rib. You know what I'm saying?
Gosh.
You're doing bad, Speedy. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, we got Kid Devil
bad,
1019 says, happy to see y'all. Appreciated the comment. Gabe, I got some bars for you when OTR in the DMV.
Coming this year.
Coming this year. I love
Coming
that
this year.
also as a OTR X DMV. Like that's a
Acronym.
great hashtag, like to push the shit.
I like that.
OTR. Hashtag
I'll give you a
OTRXDMV.
point on that.
Thank you,
Gotcha.
brother. Appreciate it. All right, we got Chief_7 who says, who KC and who JoJo out of Kendrick and Cole? Thoughts?
None.
Casey and JoJo?
None. The next
Kendrick
one.
and Cole,
I think
I appreciate the question.
I think-
The
I think-
comment. Thank you for your comment.
I think Kendrick might be Casey. Kendrick is a wild dude.
That's
Thank
very
you for
Dang.
thank you for your comments.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I appreciate the engagement. Thank you. All right, we've got
Comment.
Balanzin says, Meek thought he was the Jay-Z of this generation? Crying face Joker. I'm not sure that he thought that, though. I don't know.
Well, he was
Maybe I need to-
offended.
Well, I think to me, it seemed like it was more a drama thing than like the conversation at play.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
I don't think Drama should have took the bait. I think Drama let himself get rocked into something that
But
didn't
he
make
didn't
any
even say
sense.
nothing wrong.
Nah, he didn't say nothing wrong at all, and it's his opinion, and I agree with him. But like based off of what he said, but my answer would have just been like, it ain't even diplomatic. Like, ain't nobody a Jay-Z, but
Yeah.
Drama knowing that there's history there,
Yeah.
like, you know, I don't know. I would have skated past that one.
Okay. All right. Anik Creation says, definitely not Meek Mill. It would be Cole or Kendrick. Then we got somebody who says, Ice Spice is probably the closest to Jay-Z. I love that comment. Shout out to the X. And then replying to WTFXO, Princess X says, I'm going to have to agree with this. I guess they're agreeing with Ice Spice being closest to Jay-Z.
Wow.
Love that. All right. Madam_Governor says, Jay-Z made it cool for cats to keep going after 40. He is Hove. Luke DeBoss 7 says, there is only one Jay, but I guess if you had to choose, yeah, it would obviously be Drake. Balanzin says, Jay-Z was not even the most popular rapper in the 2000s, if we're talking numbers, of course. Pen Hoodie says, it's Drake. Chief 7 says, ain't Meek tussling figuratively with Big Sean for airspace? Madam Governor says, I keep thinking they trolling me. Drama and Meek Mill. All right. Well, there are all the comments on that. Let's jump forward. And this conversation is about Offset. Is Offset serious about going solo? When asked about the future of Migos, first of all, rest in peace to Takeoff.
Yeah.
Here's what Offset had to say. The objective, when talking about his solo career, he said, the objective is to do it fully and smash shit and fuck the game up as a solo artist. I'm coming through, busting through the door. It's all set. My next chapter. It's my time. Now, it is worth noting that during the time when the Migos were together, they did also release solo projects at the time. I think each one of them released a solo album at some point. But then they still all came together. Obviously now things are a little different. The dynamic has changed, especially when it comes to relationship between Quavo and Offset. But Offset also added this. He said that he was abandoned by his father, and he credits women for giving him much of his direction in life. His quote was, a female can take you somewhere you can't take yourself. You always need that guidance, like from that mother or that grandmother. That's my key to pushing my drive. Strong women are going to put you in strong places. And then he added some love to his wifey and baby's mother, Cardi B. He said, Cardi always got my back, right or wrong. We're both on the same mission to make each other better. Social is her strong point, so I listen to her social advice. And me, it's the music. There was also an IG story that made the rounds on the timeline. I'm sure Gabe saw it.
I'm sure Speedy saw it.
I actually missed it, but Gabe, what did we miss? Did you check
I don't know, Speedy. Why don't you tell me?
I didn't catch it. I didn't
I
catch
didn't
it.
see it either.
First and foremost, when you guys hear about Set wanting to just kind of focus on his solo thing right now, do you feel like that's the right move for him?
Do what makes him happy. I mean, I thought he's gonna drop a solo project before the passing. So I think it's like overdue now, unless he scrapped and created something else. But yeah, I've been waiting on it.
Right. I feel like out of the three, when they did drop their solo projects, I feel like he had the strongest outing. Obviously, I think he had the biggest record.
I mean, he had Cardi B on.
Well, that's what
What was
getting because he had Cloud on his solo project.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like obviously that was the biggest record that came out of those 3 projects. But I do feel like overall, aside from the album artwork, the project was definitely the strongest out of the
Did
3.
you not
Why did you say the album?
Wait, are we talking about which
Father of
album?
Four.
Father of Four?
Father of
Yeah,
Four.
like
Yeah.
the album artwork?
The cover.
The photoshopping was just it was a lot. The photoshopping was a lot, but I do think it was the best solo Migos project out of all of them. But I would obviously, I think we all would like to see them together, but clearly things have gone on that we don't know about behind the scenes. That's probably never gonna happen.
Yeah. Rob?
Yeah. I mean, I think he's serious about his solo career. I mean, he's so serious. This is part of the rift, I think, if not between him and the Migos, definitely between him and QC, because there's legal battles with QC where he's fighting for the right to release a solo record. So this has been going on for a while. So I think he's really serious about it. You know, I like Father 4 was my favorite out of the 3 solos, just like Gabe said as well, because I think there was a lot of intention there. But I think it's his only play. There's never going to be another Migos project. I mean, Takeoff is gone. I don't see them doing it without Takeoff. I hope one day, just based off of their relationship, that him and Quavo could get back together. But even him and Quavo together doesn't really feel like a Migos project. I feel like this is the only play right now. So a solo project it is, unless him and Cardi will do a collaboration, like a 2088 type project. I think that's probably the most exciting thing that can happen. But it doesn't really, I don't know when that Cardi record is coming either, but it seems like, this is the play for a set right now.
Word.
Right, I agree.
I did really like his quote, giving women credit for his success. And so the question that I'll pose to the chat will be the same question I'll ask you guys. Do you feel as if strong women get enough credit for supporting the men of hip-hop?
No.
A resounding no from Nyla, and I think the table, but
Yeah.
But Nyla, go ahead, chime in. Why do you feel as if it's a no?
I mean, where do I begin? But no, I think dang, who was that? Was this conversation here? No, it wasn't here. We were talking about, I know this isn't hip hop, but we were talking about Savannah James, and they was like, who? And I'm like, Savannah? You guys don't know who Savannah is?
You're talking to the wrong people.
Savannah James
no, but it
is
was
LeBron.
a group of guys, but it must not have been
This is
you guys.
LeBron James' wife.
Yes.
Those who don't know.
Yes, but I was talking about Savannah, then we was talking about Aisha Curry, then everybody was like, oh, she does X, Y, and Z, she wants attention. It's like, dang, she messes up one time, but these women have been holding these men down for X amount of time, and they don't get any flowers. And I think men in general, not just in hip-hop, but I think men in general overlook contributions that women make.
Mm-hmm.
And like he said, like, you guys have something that we don't, and vice versa. So it's good to find somebody you can listen to that's reliable. But just give flowers to women because we work hard and we're here to take care.
Facts.
Yes.
Gabe?
Facts. Nah, I mean, I agree with Nyla. I feel like women in hip hop don't always get, the flowers they deserve. I know we did a segment, I think it was during Women's History Month, where we gave flowers to the women in our lives. So, I always give the flowers to women who've been part of my story, who've been helping. But I do feel like in hip hop as a whole, we don't always talk about or talk enough about the women who've been behind the scenes, who've been holding it down.
Yeah.
At least in a positive way.
Right.
Yeah. Rob, what you think?
Yeah, I mean, I would need more specific, maybe examples to really comment it on. But
Right.
I think for sure, I think we got to give more credit where credit is due, more flowers. I think we turned the corner in hip hop where, and I know this is about supporting women who maybe are behind the scenes. Well, Cardi's not really behind the scenes at all. Cardi is the scene. But, I think we have more women like rappers in terms of artists in hip hop than ever. I think there's really this movement to give women their flowers, their light, their shine, their stage, their existence without being in relation to men, before it used to be, Lil' Kim, but Biggie brought her up, or Foxy Brown coming through Nas and Jay-Z, and we see a lot of women just emerging on their own and really being able to hold that stage in that space. So I think it's a beautiful time for women in hip-hop, and I think it should extend to the women also behind the scenes who work at the labels, the A&Rs, the product managers, your PR reps, the people who really kind of make you look good as an artist. So, yeah, there can always be more of that. I agree.
Go ahead now.
The DJs.
Yes, the DJs, and also like be authentic about it. Like, don't just say it because it's trendy. Like, I feel like people now just be like, "Oh, I empower women." Like, actually do something. Put money in their pocket. Put them on. Recommend them to somebody. Don't touch them. Don't sexualize them in the workplace. Make them feel comfortable.
Amen.
Boom.
All facts.
Yeah, I love that. Do we have any comments? Did people chime in on strong women getting enough credit for hip hop? Let's scroll down. All right, Anik Creation says, seriously, this is my new favorite show.
Hey, I
Love
like that.
Madam Governor says, the future is female.
Yes.
Crispy Check says, Nyla, quick with the... No. Anik Creation says, no, we do not get enough credit. Get pushed back by other men. And Madam Governor says, well said, Nyla, business decisions ever missed opportunities. I'm not sure what that means.
But thank you.
But shout out to you. We can scroll up now that we've put a button on that. There seems to have been some conversation between WTF XO and Princess X.
Speedy,
We gotta turn this into a dating
Princess X says, how he two-timing us right in our faces.
Right in your faces.
So,
That's crazy.
and then WTF XO said, LFL child, he a player, I fear.
Yeah.
And then Princess X said, girl, ... Listen.
About to turn on you, boy. You thought you was doing something.
on,
About
we
to turn
need
it.
to be turning.
Bro,
We
you
need
hold
know
on.
Queen's a bad
And
name
let me
right
tell
now, bro.
you, we WTFXL,
XO.
XO, and Princess X. Now we're gonna watch the analytics, and if we lose 2 viewers
Yeah, we know.
because of
it
your
was you.
two-timing ass, Speedy, that you know what I mean, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have some words after the show,
all right.
man.
I
I'm trying to
apologize.
keep the viewership up. Ladies,
apologize.
despite my man's ways, please, stick with us. It's a dope show.
Please forgive my fellow Queen's brother for his.
I'm sorry.
yeah,
but listen, I
his
will say,
transgressions.
Disgusting.
I will say,
Nasty.
there is one of you who
Nasty
knows.
man.
There's one of you who knows, and which, you have my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what?
What?
One of those two has,
Time out,
one
time
of
out.
those two has my heart.
Man, let's go to the next story,
They know
man,
what it
because
is. There was another
Now
comment
they
there
gotta
at the
start
end.
fighting again in the comment. Well,
keep-
look what you're doing, bro. We
I'm
gonna
sorry, but there was another comment
Keep
there at the
digging the
end. Can we
grave.
pull those
Right.
back up? Scroll up a little bit. It was from, I think it was Princess X, or right there. It says, Princess X, Speedy Morman, you and I need to recreate that IG story. Tell me your
Oh,
thoughts.
wow.
For the love of just Speedy.
I don't know what this IG story is.
Let's go to the next.
Gabe, what is this? What is the IG
No,
story?
Speedy, I'm not doing this with you again, bro. We did this when Swarm came out. Just say you watch it and keep it moving, all right, my boy?
All right. Shout out to WTFXO and Princess X. We appreciate you engaging with the show. All right. Last story we've got here. Last week was the 5-year anniversary of Pusha T's Drake diss, The Story of Adidon. And man, was this a moment in hip hop? A lot of people felt as if this put a permanent, what would you call it? Stain on Drake's record. But boy, were there some shots sent. Pusha T had a line for Drake's producer 40 and his declining health. He said something about OVO 40's hunched over is like he's 80 or something like that.
Yeah, we don't gotta repeat it.
Sorry.
Nah,
I'm just trying to remember what these bars
Getting all
were.
graphic.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
They know the record.
Sorry, Rob.
So good.
I felt like,
I feel like I'm disappointed about
yeah,
it.
Rob, I feel like Rob took that personal.
Right.
Rob,
Like I was talking
took that
about
bar
his
personal.
producer. I'm sorry, man. I apologize. Yeah, but he got
OVO don't fuck with me anyway. I'm not even. This is not
all
the
right.
fact. Yeah.
And then there was also some album artwork that was infamous on the timeline for a while. When you heard that first record, take us back to the moment you all heard Story of Adidon for the first time. What do you guys remember where you was at and what your reaction was?
I actually do.
I remember exactly where I was.
I remember exactly where I was at.
Well, I was in a corner store about to go to the gym. I was buying a protein bar and I was like, "What's this?" And I bumped it and I was like, "Holy shit, this is fucking crazy." I'm curious as to where you guys were. Rob, where were you at?
I was in Madison Square Garden, waiting. I arrived just a little bit early. The championship tour, the TDE tour, where all the TDE was together. I was with my son Eli. Shout out to Eli, who's a big Kendrick fan and a big Drake fan. And we listened. We listened on my phone, at our seats, and just and he was just like, "Dad, why would he say
Yeah,
that
that
about
was-
Drake?" My son had a lot of questions after that. That's probably the first time my son really witnessed a a rap battle kind of in real time, the way that I grew up, and when Hot 97 played Ether for the first time, and you was just like glued, like, yo, what's going on? Or even back to back, like he had a lot of questions.
Yeah.
What's the tomato? I don't get that.
You know.
Oh,
You know
the
what
radio
tomato is.
stations.
Oh, my bad. Oh,
You just
what?
gonna do it.
That- y'all still beefing? Y'all winning in the ratings?
Period.
Period.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah. So I was at MSG, and it was just like, it was dope because I got to experience that with my son.
Yeah, that's
and
fire.
it was like a classic hip hop moment, and he had a lot of questions, and we had a lot of conversations.
At a hip hop show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and to have a
yeah,
hip hop dad who could probably add context to things that he didn't
Yeah.
know. Man, that's fire.
He had a lot of questions. I told Push he might, if I have to send my son to therapy, I'm gonna send Push the bill.
Gabe, where were you at? Do you remember?
I was at dinner with my mom and my ex-girlfriend, two people who did not care about anything
At
that was
all,
going on.
right?
And I'm just sitting there, and the waitress is trying to take my order, and I'm like, hold on,
I have to
hold
hear
on, I
this.
gotta finish listening to this. And then my girlfriend smacked my phone out my hand.
Damn. And then you broke up because of that smack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because she smacked the phone out of your hand, you knew she wasn't the one.
I break up with someone over hip hop. Don't play with me. Nah, but it was definitely like the not as great of an environment as Rob was in.
Yeah.
To listen to that song, but it
Sure.
was crazy. I remember my jaw dropped too.
Nyla, do you remember where you was at or no?
Yeah, I was just in the crib listening. Couldn't believe it. Called my dad. Me and my dad is going back and forth about it. Like, oh, dang. I mean, he was telling me how this beef been going on for a long time. And I'm like, for real? Then I'm like backtracking, trying to put pieces together. But it all went over my head. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I
Great
had
day
no
for the group
idea.
chat though.
That shit
Yeah.
definitely
Great
since
day for
like
the group chat.
Yeah, like 2011, like that shit's been brewing. 2011, 2012, like yeah, is it?
But you had to really be tapped in to like peep it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't obvious, at least to
Yeah.
me.
Right.
Did you guys feel, or do you guys feel as if it is a permanent stain on Drake's record? Do you feel like it's a kill shot of sorts? Do you feel like he came out of that unfazed and untouched? Where do you guys stand?
I saw this great tweet, and I feel like it might have been written by Rob. So correct me if I'm wrong, because it felt like a Rob tweet. So if I say it, But I think someone said that like how Ether was out, but that didn't stain Hov's career. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it was a stain, but it didn't change who he was. I think that it could still be a stain on Drake's career, but it doesn't change who Drake is or what Drake has accomplished. So that's just my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I agree. I think Drake is too big, like, to the point where it didn't, like, matter. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, where it was, like, the Drake versus Meek thing. They were kind of, like, in the same thing. And then Drake just, phew, where, like, with Pusha, I feel like they're just different pockets.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, just different pockets. So, no, I don't think it stained him.
Rob?
Yeah. It clearly didn't stop Drake's trajectory
Sure.
as an artist and the success. I think it bothered him. I think Drake is the type that you don't get comfortable with an L. You know what I mean? I think the rapper in Drake, the MC in Drake, the competitor in Drake, I think it did something at the moment because, not like Nyla said, they're not in the same lane. Like Pusha and Drake aren't in it for the same thing. But I think Drake still has this, as an MC, you want to be the best. And because Drake wouldn't have sparred with him. And there have been shots going back for years. You know what I'm saying? So it led up to this. I think the rapper in Drake was hurt a little bit. But I don't think it stops his career. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, like it clearly doesn't stop his success. And, Pusha, it gave him whatever, that bragging right, that kind of like nobody could fuck with me. Look, it was the same way when Drake, bested Meek Mill. Like you walk around with if it's wrestling with the belt over your shoulder and your chest is all puffed out, and that's been pushed ever since.
I say this, though I agree, and I'm a Pusha T fan, I did feel a little more like bully than Back to Back did.
Nah, Back to Back
Back
wasn't
was-
bully. Yo, he dropped charged
I
up.
don't know what.
Nah,
I think it's because he was releasing information that we ain't know. Like, at least with like Back to Back, he just stated the obvious and fly ways. But this was personal. You talking about family?
But I feel like Back to Back was still just as big of a bully record. Bro
But
was
Drake
performing that in
spoke about
stadium.
Pusha's
Alright.
wife.
yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's
Remember
where
he
messed
said
up.
something about his wife?
Yeah, that's where he messed up.
That was the strategic part of it because it did get very personal. But when Drake on Duppy Freestyle said, "Oh, I'm gonna let it ring on you like Virginia Williams, which was the name of
His wife.
like that's almost like, oh, I have information on you. Oh, okay, I can name drop your wife. He didn't really say anything bad.
He didn't.
About the wife, but you opened the door for the disrespect.
He
So now,
kicked it the hell in.
now, if I'm Pusha responding to it, I have to think you could say anything. It's the same thing if you go back to Takeover with Jay-Z when he tells Nas, you know who, that you know what, well, you know who, but I keep that between me and you. You know, knowing that he had slept with Nas's baby mother, he opened the door for the disrespect. Now, if I'm Nas, I'm thinking, oh, he's about to say whatever, so I'm just gonna go crazy. Like you can't sit there and wait for it to happen. Drake just told you, like, I could go here, and even if that wasn't Drake's intent, it opened the door just a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't get mad
He
at
should have never
how,
did that.
how somebody responds. You know,
That was
what I'm
such a good analysis. Thank you.
Yeah,
And I feel like for a while
love
too, there was like there was another rumor that there was another diss track from Drake, like another response flowing that Wayne was on too, if I'm not mistaken.
But somebody told
was
him
floating
not
around
to put
online.
it out. Or
He
something
said
like
that Jay Prince said not to put it out.
Jay Prince been putting out mad fires.
Which could be true. You know, I think, does Drake have records that didn't come out? I'm sure of it. But there was also certain things. There was still shots after Story of Adidon, like on Scorpion, like Mob Ties.
I was gonna
8
say,
out of 10. Like
nonstop.
Nonstop. Like it was still kind of going on. Like the battle doesn't end at the diss record. Same thing with Meek and Drake. Like we talk about back to back, but Summer 16 was a Meek Mill diss too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to say we can't change the narrative and say, oh, you know, with Meek Mill, like Drake kept it clean. He didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like he got personal because he was talking about Nicki.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about this ever
But
again.
we
Not
all
even when
know-
she tell you that y'all better as friends.
We all know Nicki.
But y'all also know the
I didn't.
the rumors of Nicki and Drake. Did they or didn't they? You know what I'm saying? Like they even addressed it on I never fucked Wayne, I never fucked Drake. Like acknowledge that
Rumor.
the thought or the rumor was out there. So it's that, and I think on back to back a little bit, Drake was playing with that a little bit too. Is that a world tour, your girl? So these are like brilliant lines, but it hit different when they know each other and they know certain things about each other, or they know what the rumors are and what's said. Like it hit different.
I'll
You know
say
what I'm saying?
this.
Fact.
I'm happy about it because I love all the Vengeance records on Scorpion. like,
Yeah.
It wouldn't have hit the same without them.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right. Before we go,
But the hold on, and my bad. The 40 thing was like, because 40 is such a beloved
Say
dude.
it.
You know what I'm saying? Bully.
Yes, say it.
That was fucked up. Like, let me not say this because I can't judge. Once it's rap again, once the gloves is off,
Yeah.
the gloves is off. I can't judge how far somebody else would go.
Right.
Like they say, oh, you know, people forget the slap and all they remember is the gunshot. But you shouldn't have slapped me. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't judge how far somebody could go. That's not something that I personally would have done. But I'm not ready to go as far for the shit maybe as Pusha is.
right.
Yeah.
And I can't fault him for that. Like, you know, the gloves is off.
Gloves is off.
The same question that I'll post to the chat. Quickly, I will post to you guys. What is your favorite diss track of all time? Do you have one?
Back
to back?
Yeah.
Ether? Is there something else that we're not thinking of? Favorite diss track of all time? I don't know. Back to back is crazy because
It
that's
plays
like
in
a
the club.
Back to back was getting played
Grammy?
at college parties.
Yeah.
When we were
Bro,
in
it's
college,
like-
they were playing that
at
at
the
college
Grammys,
parties.
bro. Like
Yeah.
it's
The
like
Grammys?
Grammy nominated. It was
Yeah,
Grammy
Grammy
nominated.
Grammy nominated diss
Yes.
record is
Yeah.
crazy.
That was huge.
like
Yeah,
That was huge.
that's a
Nuts.
big moment.
Back to back is up there for me.
yeah.
I got a Takeover is up there for me.
Takeover. Okay.
A sleeper for me is Jay-Z Ride or Die when he's going at Mace. When he tells Mace, check your own video, you always be number 2. Was insane. Referencing the Mace and Diddy video where they got
course.
the number 1, number 2 jersey. Like Jay is just tactical. But if I had like, I don't know, I gotta think about it more. But right now it's probably between Takeover and I think Back to Back was brilliant.
Yeah. Nyla, you got one?
Oh no, back to
I
back.
said back to back, yeah.
Okay.
Just because we were in college at that time, so that was
Yeah.
getting played every day.
Yeah. All right. Let's jump into some comments before we head out of here. We're back at this. All right. Princess X says, Rob, I'm going to forgive him only because of you.
Nah, I just told you keep watching. I ain't tell you forgive him because I don't want to get blamed when he do it again. I just said just don't stop watching.
WTFXL says, I'm going to keep it cute because of Rob.
Okay.
Damn, Rob.
See?
If I ever have relationship problems, I'm calling you, bro.
Damn, I don't want that smoke, bro. I got a
Crispy
happy
Jack
life.
says, "Love that stain in unison, Speedy and Gabe." I didn't even realize that we did that.
I don't
but,
realize
you
we
know,
did either. Clip that.
It's a Queens connection, and we need that clip. Can we talk about where the heck Pusha T got all of this information from? He really, really went in on Drake, and he dropped so much information that people didn't even know. I don't think that put a strain on Drake's record or career at all, though. He continued to thrive after that. Mike JGZ or IGZ says, old heads holding on to this LeBron 2011 finals. Holding on to this like LeBron's 2011 finals, but can't lie, Drake ain't been as good since.
Oh.
Okay.
I disagree.
Luke the Boss 7 says, KYM is a good example of a woman supporting a man in hip hop. She have been mentored by Big, but she has always rode hard for him, and even after he passed, she listed him as one of the executive producers on her 3 subsequent albums. Kim, he spelled it KYM. All right. Mike JGZ's comment was removed. All right, so there's that. Let's move on to our rotations. It's the last segment of the show. It's a segment where we talk about what's in our rotation right now, whether it's a record, an album, whatever. Before we start, I want to say, Gabe, last week you told us about a song called Taliban.
Oh, yeah.
I heard it right after. Yeah.
Byron something. Messiah from St. Kitts. Let me tell you, since you said that, I have heard that song 50 times.
Same.
IG stories, Twitter, and I don't know if it's one of those things that, you know, like you always say, you never realize how many people have your car until you get it, and then everyone has the same car. Yeah. Maybe I didn't peep it until you said it.
You feel that way about the G-Wagon?
Oh, I wish I had a G-Wagon. I wish I had a G-Wagon.
Trying to get like
but man, I've been hearing that shit everywhere, and that record is hard as fuck.
Great.
I love the song.
Yeah.
Great summer vibe. So shout out to Gabe for last week's rotation pick.
I told you, song of the summer, man.
I can't wait to see what you have this week. But I guess we can start with Nyla. What is in your rotation this week?
This week, I'm going to go with Act Bad from Carisha and Diddy and Fabulous because it was the anthem for my Miami trip, and it's just stuck in my head. So it's an Act Bad summer. Sorry, no more NLE.
Bad summer.
Now, we're going to continue this conversation tomorrow, 12 to 2 p.m. on our AMP radio show, Rotation Radio. Tune in.
Rob, what you got? What's in the rotation?
Drake, Sticky. Like I ain't gonna lie. After I heard the Hillbillies, like I told you, the first thing I was like, oh man, I want to go hear Sticky, and I just kind of put that song back in the rotation. It's probably my favorite Drake song that he's dropped in recent times.
I love it.
Dope.
All right. For me, it was off of Dirk's new album. It's called Pele Coat.
Love that.
It's kind of nostalgic for me because I remember growing up to Pele. Everybody wanted to Pele. Shout out to Pele. But man, it feels like a Dirk type record that I love. Introspective, great soulful beat. Dropped a video for it. And so yeah, that is my rotation pick for the week.
Word.
Gabe, I'm curious. I'm chomping at the bit to see what you're gonna say.
I don't
this
know if
week.
I can follow this up after last week.
Yo,
That's dead ass song of the
like
summer.
the rotation pick of a lifetime.
That was
bro.
dead ass song. This week I'm also picking a song called Act Bad, but it's not by Diddy, Carisha, and Fab. It's actually by B Love and Too Rare. B Love dropped a new EP, I believe it's called Sorry for the Wait. And this was one of the songs on it. It was a single that dropped before it, but it's a Jersey Club record mixed with a little Bronx drill from B Love. I really fuck with it. And I was playing it a lot this weekend. So I'm, as I didn't get to go to Miami like Nyla.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I stay in the tri-state.
Yeah.
So I felt like a very tri-state appropriate Act Bad. So B Love Too Rare, Act Bad. Go check that out.
Word. I would love for my direct deposit to hit, but it didn't. And Nyla's the richest out of all of us. That's why she's the jet setter. She's, trips every weekend, passport stamps.
Now that you're DJing at Diddy's parties, I need you to mix.
At Diddy.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
need you to mix
my
the
God.
2 Act Bad records. Find a way to make that work.
Okay.
And how do we get onto Star Island? Do you need a special pass? Is there like a gate? Then you did say you went on a boat to go pick up your laptop across the water, something like. She had a yacht that was chartered.
I heard she went in a Lambo truck on the way back.
The lamb truck,
know
or
what?
she was in a Wraith with the stars in the room.
I can't tell you guys too much because I want Diddy to invite me back. So
All right.
Yeah.
I respect it. Listen, I'm never going to try to stop your
I'll be
bag.
your +1.
Yeah.
Yo, anytime.
I was gonna say, can I hold the bag?
I support strong women.
I'll
That
I'll
was
swim
good.
across that water to get your laptop and bring it back to
How's
you.
the laptop going to survive?
Nah, my one hand swim.
Oh,
One hand.
okay.
Come on, man. All right, we got a couple quick announcements. Rotation Radio on AMP is back tomorrow. What can the people look forward to?
The regular me and Nyla just going on rants
Yes.
for like 5 to 10 minutes. New music Fridays.
New music.
We're gonna play everybody's rotation picks. from
Definitely
this
got to talk
week.
about that Cardi and Lotto.
Oh yeah,
dropping.
the Cardi and Lotto's dropping this week. And then I think Moneybagg Yo's dropping this week now, or
He is.
I believe it's this week because he pushed it back because of Taylor Swift last week. So
Not because of Taylor
no, he said that in
That's what he said.
Oh, did he really?
in the video. Yeah,
He said out of respect for Taylor Swift.
out of respect for Taylor Swift. Yeah,
There was a bunch of people that dropped. It was only Taylor that he wanted to mention. Okay.
Oh, all right.
I ain't mad at that. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, 12 to 2 p.m. bright and early. You know what I'm saying? We always have a good time.
Okay, great. We are back next week as always, but the Rotation Roundtable podcast is available on all platforms on Thursdays and VOD on Fridays. So if you ever miss a live show, or maybe you can only tune in for part of it and you want to catch the latter half, or if you just want to run it back to watch us again, you can do that. Also, Group Thread is back on Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific. That's 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Twitch. Also, right here on Twitch is Breakthrough Live. That's on Tuesdays, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We will be back next week, same time, same place. You can also listen to our brother Rob 24/7 around the clock, and that's Rap Rotation in DJ mode on the Amazon Music app. For those who have never listened, what can they look forward to from you around the clock, 24/7?
24/7. I'm actually there right now. It's just two of me.
Yeah.
But shout out to Jackie who produces the show. It's just all the hottest hip hop hits. We do new ads every week. We got new joints from Dirk. We definitely got that Pele coat in rotation right now, and it's me.
I love it.
Yeah, we got Sexy Red and Nicki Minaj, Pound Town 2.
Yes.
Cover Your Kids' Ears. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, and we have Act Bad. Act Bad also got added to the
Yay.
rotation. Your Act Bad, not your Act Bad. But maybe next week. And, it's just me giving you news, giving you context behind the songs. I'm giving you fun facts behind the songs. If there's samples in the songs, we're finding the samples. I'm breaking it down for you.
Dope.
I'm breaking down all the references. So it's like, I'm your guide as you listen to this music, and we give it some context. So that's Rap Rotation in DJ mode on Amazon Music.
Bye.
Hard.
24/7 too. So if you
Yeah.
can't sleep one night, go tap in and you can hear Rob break down some.
Princess X, WTFXO, I need y'all. Tap in.
If I'm trying to fall asleep and all I hear is Rob breaking down Pound Town 2, I don't know what to do with
People
myself.
be up.
So what she meant by booty hole brown is,
Also, this weekend, actually, I'm confusing my dates. Tomorrow is June 1st, right?
yes.
Tomorrow to June 3rd, June 1st to June 3rd, you can see Primavera Sound. It's a festival. You can watch it live at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. You can watch it live here on Twitch or on Prime Video. So make sure you guys tap in. I want to give a big shout out to all the commenters this week, those who are returning and those who commented for the first time. We appreciate y'all showing love and support. The dialogue and your 2 cents always helps us push on through the show. So make sure you guys keep being active next week. And on that note, on behalf of our OG Rob Markman, Gabe P, Mr. Step In, Step Out, Don't Get Stepped On, Big Nyla, Not the Little One, I'm just Speedy, and we will see you guys next week.
The ladies love just
DJ
Speedy.
Nyla.
Oh yeah. I
DJ
like that
Nyla.
one.
That's it. Not Big Nyla, not the little.
DJ Nyla.
Nyla. Yeah. Shout out to my queen. You know who you are out of the two of it.
Oh,
We'll see you next
God.
week.
Yo,
But both of y'all come back,
go
please.
to the cut screen, please.